So, I was kind of having trouble coming up with a topic for this video. And I kind of settled on how people will treat you. There are people in this world who will, once you start your transition, will look at you with a raised eyebrow. Kind of like, what the hell? Or you'll have somebody who thinks they're a wise ass walk up and be like, so, are you a guy or a girl? There are people who are not kind to transgenders. It's okay. Because a trans girl like me can be unkind right back. But that is not something I suggest. Unfortunately, that could get you hurt. A lot of times, best way to deal with them is to just ignore them. Don't give them power by acknowledging they exist, because that's all they're looking for. They're looking to make you feel like shit for your decision that makes you happy, while making themselves look bigger to their friends. Well, there's a lot of different ways things will change for people like me and those watching who are transgender. And sometimes it's for the better, sometimes not so much. I'm wheezing a little. My COPD's kicking in, but basically, everyone has a bad day. Not saying you got to be chipper or happy or, walk around like you live in a Smurf village or anything. Because everybody has bad days. Everybody has those days where someone talks to them wrong, they want to walk up and... I have those days. I really do. But you have to suppress that wanting to just walk up and give them a fist. Pure and simply because you got to be the better person. It's part of who we need to change to be. Type that turns the other cheek and is polite. Something the world has pretty much forgotten. Which is why you end up with people who are mean to people like us. Transphobes. Most of their problems are they're ignorant. They don't know. They want to learn, tell them, But most of all, just be you. You don't have to impress or make everyone around you happy. That's not your job. Your job is to make you happy. That's it. Beyond that, to put it blunt, everybody else can just go screw off. But, basically, just being true to yourself is all you need to do. People in the world will treat you all types of shitty, but in the end, it's you that matters. Like I've had people laugh at me, point fingers. I'm 6'2" tall. Not a normal thing for a female, but not unheard of either. I've had people throw questions at me. I've had people be smartasses about, who I am. And all of it truly, really, in the end, is they're just doing it to hurt you. But the only way that they get power from that is if you let it. My mom told me this growing up, and I never listened. I would go to school, get bullied, get pushed around, and most of it was because I was too feminine. I didn't act like a boy in high school, really, or middle school, or, my whole time in school. I never acted like a guy, really, until I decided to fall in and get in fights, argue, be somebody who I wasn't. I've always been a gentle, sweet person until I let another persona that really truly wasn't me take over. And then I became the type that was withdrawn. I was sour about the world. Would get into fist fights repeatedly. I would do any number of things to make myself more threatening looking to somebody else. I would chase girls once I was an adult until like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning after the bars closed. That was something I did a lot, was run to bars too. Since transitioning, I've become the type I don't care what others think. All I care about when I walk out that house is that I look pretty, I stay me in public, and I don't let that monster I used to be out. Because although I hate to admit it, that monster buried deep inside me that likes to fight is still there. It's just keeping her hidden because, to put it blunt, she'll fuck some shit up. And I don't like letting that out. I like the life without drama, without bullshit, chancing going to jail. I love the life that I have. It's a far cry from what my life used to be. I used to do stuff to try to get in trouble, to try to start fights. I tried to push people around. I would do everything in my power to stir shit. And I'm glad that's gone. But like I said, there's still that tiny part of me who still likes to fight. And I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that. Hence the reason why I say I'm a woman, never said I'm a lady. Because, well, let's face it, ladies don't run around trying to start fist fights. But I don't do that anymore because even though I tell people I'm a woman, I never said I was a lady, I'm still trying to be a lady. I want to be self-respecting. I want to do the stuff that ladies do. Have manners. Gain respect from people just by the way I treat them. And most of all, be able to respect myself at the end of the day. I spent a long time being somebody I'm not. And I'm happy that now I can be somebody I am. Basically, it all boils down to what I say at the end of every video. Always be you. You can't be somebody else. That's a lesson I've had to learn in my life. Spent my whole life trying to be somebody else. Somebody I wasn't. Somebody I never could be. Made a lot of mistakes. A lot of things I regret. The biggest regret I have in life is really not starting this sooner. Like, back 14 when my mom caught me dressed as a girl. And, well, that would have been nice, but hindsight 2020. Understand, people will treat you shitty. People treat everyone shitty. It's how you react to it that makes the difference. Not saying that you have to be, put it blunt, a little bitch about it and just be like, whatever. But what you do have to do is you have to move on from that. And most of it is you just have to do it on your own. Nobody else can do things in life for you when it comes down to who you are or how you respond. You are in control of that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, you do you, you be happy, and don't let anybody else push you or tell you you gotta be somebody else. Because in the end, are they the ones that's you sleeping in bed? No. You're sleeping in your bed. It's not like, you gotta impress them. They're gonna end up possessing your body and going to bed as you at night. No, that's not how it works. How it works is making yourself happy so that you can be happy with who you are when you wake up the next day. Pretty much, that's the only advice I can give on that. Basically, you are who you are, and only you can decide that. Be you, because you can't be anyone else. And if you like this video, subscribe, drop a like down at the bottom. Basically, also share. And as I've said before, if you have a suggestion or questions or anything else, drop a comment. Possibly I'll just comment back, or maybe it'll end up a video. So I'm going to leave it at this. Everyone have a great day, and don't do anything that gets you in trouble. It's the worst thing in life.